This is the last video of chapter Introduction to Computer Networks. In this, we will cover some network devices like modem, hub, switch, repeater, router, and gateway. Let us first consider some factors which will help us in the selection of topology. So there are five basic factors. First is cruciality of work. How crucial the continuity of work is a very important factor. For example, military networks must not fail at any cost. Thus, fully connected topology is preferred for them. Second is cost. A linear bus topology network may be the least expensive way to install a network. Fully connected is the most expensive way of creating a network. So whenever we try to select topology, we consider cost also. Then we have length of cable required. Like if we have ample space and there is no restriction of money, then we can have any length of cable. In that case, we can use star topology. Otherwise, we can use linear bus topology for shorter length of cables. Then next is future growth. If a network has to grow in future, then the topology must support expansion. So with the star topology, expanding a network is easily done by adding another concentrator. And the last factor is communication medium. We have different types of communication medium, guided media, unguided media, and it all depends on geographical area. So how communication media can be used. Sometimes difficult terrains like hilly areas do not allow the use of regular cables like coaxial cable or optical fiber cable. For such conditions, linear bus topologies are not possible because without main cable, bus topology is not there. So the most common cable in schools, okay, in difficult hilly areas, communication medium can be unguided one like radio waves, satellites, etc. In schools, we have unshielded twisted pair, which is the most often used with star topologies. So all these are different examples with different factors. Now let us move to network devices. First is modem. The word modem has been taken from modulator, demodulator. MO from here and DEM from here, modem. A modem is a hardware device that allows a computer to send and receive information over telephone lines. When sending a signal, the device converts, and this conversion is called modulation, converts or modulates digital data into analog audio signal and transmits it over telephone line. Similarly, when an audio signal is received, the modem converts it back, that is, it demodulates it to a digital signal. So modulation and demodulation is done using the same device, that is modem. There are two types, internal and external. Internal modems are fixed within the computer or within the laptop, whereas external modems have to be connected externally using cables. Let me show you some images of different types of modems. See, this is a connecting path, how a modem is used. This is your internet service. You can take this internet service from any ISP like uh, AT&T, Airtel, Vodafone, etc. Then this is your coaxial cable which is going inside a modem. ये आपका modem है. Then using this modem, we can connect a wired device, host, or we can say nodes, different types of computers. Or if we are using a wireless modem, we can have a router also. We will study about router in detail later on. Router transmits signals wirelessly. Like you can see here, this is a smartphone which can use internet through this router. Now see, this is your internal modem. This figure number 1 is your internal modem, which is inside a CPU or inside a computer or inside a laptop. See this figure, it is showing here RJ11 phone. You can zoom this figure. Modem speaker, audio connector. We are not going into so much of detail, but this is a modem which is internal inside a laptop or any other computer. This is your external modem having two antennas. This is also your external modem at the top. So modems look like this. Now we have hub. See the figure of hub. It has various ports, PORTS ports, where wires can be connected. So these are two hubs. So what is a hub? A hub is a physical layer networking device which is used to connect multiple devices in a network. They are generally used to connect computers in a LAN. And so these are also known as concentrators. A hub has many ports in it. A computer which intends to be connected to the network is plugged into one of these ports. When a data frame arrives at a port, it is broadcast to every other port without considering whether it is destined for that particular destination or not. So hub just simply broadcast every data, चाहे वो किसी के लिए हो या ना हो. So it is just a simple device. Now hubs are of two types: active hubs and passive hubs. We will consider passive hub first. So let us see passive hub. These hubs allow the signal to pass from one computer to another without any change. It means there is no change in the signal. These are just connectors that connect wires coming from different branches of a network. And the distance which can be covered by passive hubs is only 300 feet. See this image? This is a small eraser type box, huh? And we have two ports here where wires can be connected. Active hubs. These hubs electrically amplify the signal. So this is the advantage, it amplifies, huh? यहाँ नहीं हो रहा था, passive hub में. It electrically amplifies the signal as it moves from one connected device to another. So they regenerate the signals. That is why active hubs are capable of covering 2000 feet distance. And at the bottom, this is a device called active hub. Next is your switch. A switch looks like this. You can see both the images. In our computer lab also, we have a switch at the corner enclosed in a box. So switches are networking devices used to connect devices in a network and use packet switching to send, receive or forward data packets or data frames over the network. Right. Packet switching means in this system, messages or a big message is broken down into small parts called packets, and each and every packet has same amount of memory space. These are used to segment networks into different subnetworks called subnets or LAN segments. It means if we want to divide a huge LAN into various small LANs, or we can say LAN segments, then switch is useful. So these are some features of switch device. It is an intelligent network device that can be conceived as multi-port network bridge, because we can have multiple connections in a switch, and unlike hub, it does not broadcast the data, incoming data. It sends the data only to the destination, not broadcast to each and every node. So that is why it is an intelligent device. It uses MAC address, which is given by the manufacturer of NIC network interface card. MAC addresses of media access control or medium access control sublayer. Okay, you can ignore this sublayer part to send data packets to the selected destination ports. In hub, we do not have this type of addressing because it broadcasts the message. हब किसी पर्टिकुलर डेस्टिनेशन पर मैसेज नहीं भेजता, वो सीधा सीधा ब्रॉडकास्ट कर देता है, सबके पास भेज देता है. Whereas switches uses addresses or locations where data packets has to be sent. Third feature, it uses packet switching technique to receive and forward data packets from the source to the destination device. Fourth is it supports unicast, it means one-to-one, multicast, it means one-to-many, and broadcast one-to-all communications. So it supports all these three types of communications, and whichever is required, we can use it. Last, the transmission mode is full duplex. Now this term means communication occurs in both direction same time. That is, communication in the channel occurs in both the directions at the same time. Due to this, collisions do not occur and there is less chance of traffic in a network which is using switches. So switches are far better than hub. So if you want to connect 3-4 computers or a very small LAN, you can use hub, no problem at all. But if you have more computers, LAN is large, In that case, switches should be used. Now see, we have another device that is called repeater, which repeats the signal, which regenerates the signal, or which re-amplifies the signal. So a repeater is a device that amplifies a signal just like active hub being transmitted on the network. It is used in long network lines which exceed maximum rated distance for a single run. It means एक बार में सिग्नल जहां तक जा सकता है, अगर नेटवर्क की लाइंस, नेटवर्क वायर्स उस लेंथ से ज्यादा हो गई तो आपके सिग्नल वीक हो जाएंगे. In that case, we have to use a repeater. There are two types of repeaters. One is a simple amplifier. It only amplifies all incoming signals. Second one is signal repeater. It collects the incoming signals and then retransmits the packet as if it were starting from the source station. See this image, you will get a clear idea. This is your attenuated signal. When signals are going from left to right, they are becoming weak due to resistance or some other interferences in cables. See, these signals are getting weak. The height of the signal is becoming lesser towards the right side. If we use repeater in between, see the regenerated signals. So these regenerated signals are as if it were starting from the source station. जैसा ओरिजिनल था, सोर्स से शुरू हुआ था, ऐसा ही रिपीटर के बाद सिग्नल्स हो जाते हैं. So this is the benefit of a repeater. Now let us move to the next is device, that is bridge. See the image at the top. We have two networks, different local area networks. First is this one having host A and host B. See, this is your LAN 1, and this host C and host D can be considered LAN 2. These two small local area networks can be connected using a device called bridge. But the condition is both the LANs should be of same or similar protocols. Okay, let us see these points. First point is bridges connect two or more different LANs that has similar protocol and provides communication between the devices in them. So main point is it connects only LANs having same or similar protocol. Like two LANs working on Windows, simply. If one LAN is working on Windows, another is working on Mac operating system, then compatibility is not there. Bridge वहाँ काम नहीं करेगा. Second, the process of aggregating networks is called network bridging. Aggregating का मतलब होता है इकट्ठा करना. So what we are doing in the above figure, two LANs are getting interconnected or aggregated to become one big LAN. By joining multiple LANs, bridges help in multiplying the network capacity of a single LAN. Last point, a bridge connects the different components so that they appear as parts of a single network. Now router. Actually, according to CBSE, bridge is not in your syllabus, but because it is little bit interrelated to router, that is why I have included bridge here. So router looks like this device as you are seeing here. There are two images, this black one and this router having four antennas. This is the company MI smart router, right? 300 Mbps with high performance like that. So all these are routers. A device that works like a bridge but can handle different protocols. That is why I included bridge here. But can handle different protocols. So router is better than a bridge. Okay. A router receives and sends data on computer networks. Routers are sometimes confused with network hubs, modems, or network switches because these are all look alike. हब मॉडम स्विच सारे लगभग एक जैसे ही दिखते हैं. Routers are sometimes confused with this. However, these routers are or can act as a combination of all these also. So routers can combine the functions of these components and connect with these devices to improve internet access or help create business networks. A router uses logical addresses, not physical. A router uses logical addresses like IP address, whereas a bridge uses physical addresses like MAC address. Now, this is the last device, that is a gateway. Now, if we have different networks or dissimilar networks, in which protocols are different, when operating systems are different, we don't know other network. What is the platform of that? In that case, gateway is used, right? So this is a gateway device. You can see a small box. A gateway is a device that connects dissimilar networks. So this is the most important point. Dissimilar networks, not similar. ये similar भी करेगा. Dissimilar networks अगर हैं, like you can see this image. This is a local area network, and we have a gateway in between, and this is your wide area network, internet, the whole world, and nobody knows about which platform is being used in internet world. So in that case, if you want to connect LAN, we need a gateway. So a gateway is a device that connects dissimilar networks. It establishes an intelligent connection between a local network and external networks with completely different structures. A gateway may be a router, a firewall, a server, or other device that enables traffic to flow in and out of the network. It can be anything. Gateway किसी को भी हम बना सकते हैं. So with this, I am finishing today's lecture. Thank you.